Running around is making me dizzy. I have to look away. You're talking too much. You're talking in circles. Relax, we've got all day. And it looks like it's been a while since you have eased your mind. So sit back, enjoy the fire. Who knows what we will find? And you sit and tend to the fire, and I see the corn getting higher. And no matter where the wind may blow, you will always be home. I work hard, I work all day, and I hum to myself. Well, it helps to pass the time when there is no one else. And the long day passes slowly as sweat stays on my brow. I know I will make it through as long as I make myself remember. I sit and I look to the sky, and I see the corn getting higher. And no matter where the wind may blow, I will always be home. I will always be home, yeah, yeah, yeah. Inch by inch, the corn it grows until it's cut down to the ground. Spring, this vicious cycle will again turn around. But I've learned something from this year's crops and conspicuous wisdom, yeah. Because they'll refuse to go before leaving sweet taste on my tongue. You sit and tend to the fire, and I see the corn getting higher. And no matter where the wind may blow, you will always be home. And no, I sit and I look to the sky, and I see the corn getting higher. And no matter where the wind may blow, I will always be home. I will always be home. I will always be home, yeah.
Hey, I'm Bill Merrill from Windham, New Hampshire, and you're watching the Astute Tourist Channel.
Hi guys, this is Mr. Tranquilo, and you are watching the Astute Tourist channel. Enjoy it.
Hey all, this is Captain Controversy from Scottsdale, Arizona, also host of Thirsty Thursday Trivia, and you are watching the Astute Tourist channel.
Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, Hump Day, March 27th, 2024, and I'm joined here with my good buddy, my partner, Mr. Fordman, a.k.a. Kenneth Oakes. Good morning, Kenny. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, my friend. Want to welcome everybody to the show. This is our third installment of our new schedule where we're doing Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays here, just so that we can get some other things done now that spring is officially here. You wouldn't know it here in the Northeast, but good morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. How's everything in your corner, Kenny?
Well, it has been rainy and windy in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, we got some rain here too. We'll talk about the weather in a minute, but let's do.
Better than I could that white stuff. I'll tell you that.
I haven't seen any yet, not here. So, but let's do this.
Good morning.
Damn. And hot.
Good morning, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers to all of you. Best sip of the day.
Good stuff.
That is some fantastic coffee. It's good coffee and hot.
Yeah. Yep.
Ooh.
Yes. And I just warmed that coffee up. And
Did you now? Little microwave coffee this morning, Kenny.
Yeah.
Good morning.
It's from leftover coffee that I made yesterday. Damn
Right
good
on.
coffee. And hot.
Right on. Damn good coffee and hot. Yes, sir. Let's go right over the chat and say good morning to some folks here. Carol Walters is here. Good morning, Carol.
Good
Thank
morning,
you.
Carol Walters. I think she's over on my side of the
She's
blade.
coming over from the Kenny experience. Same with Laura M is here. Good morning, Laura. Good to see you. Denise is here from Bone Tired Traveler. She said she's working this morning, but she's got to go
have a
That's all, Denise.
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 going to the dentist today. Yuck. Meg is here from Megan C's. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Meg.
I should be
know.
asleep, but I can't sleep. Kenny knows that, right, Kenny?
I know that feeling.
Denise is saying, Jimmy. DJ is from DJ Adventures and Beyond is here. Good morning, DJ.
Good morning, DJ.
My beautiful mother is here. Good morning, Mom.
Good morning, Jimmy's mom.
Sharon Rowland is here. Good morning, Sharon. All the way from Australia, down under, the land down under. Joe Hupp is here. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Joe Hupp.
Let's see. Look who else is with us today. We featured him today in the opening. What'd you think of the new opening with Scott opening us up this morning?
I loved it. It.
I thought it was really good. I have he sent me several versions, so we'll play a few of them as we do our lives. So Shirley from Glitter World is here. Good morning, Shirley. I hope all is well, and I hope spring is springing up on Shirley's Island.
Yeah.
Kenny goes, I don't think so. She's probably getting some of that white stuff, I'm sure, that we talked about Let's see who else is here. Just to let everybody know, that music at the intro, that's called the Corn Song by the Adam Ezra Group. I like to play the Corn Song because it reminds me of spring and flowers growing in that. So that's why I play that one. Who else? Did I miss anybody yet? I know I did. Chet is here from Sea Lake Journeys. Good morning. Good morning, Chet. It's good to see you.
Good morning, Chet.
Uh-oh, Scott's seen. He's like the is he like the groundhog? He said, look at that guy. He saw himself. He didn't run away and hide, so we're gonna have a full we're gonna have a full short winter. Spring will be early. Meg says 41 days until Little Rock to see my man. That's awesome. Good for you. Going over to see Mr. Paul. Let's see. Who was that guy? Says Chet. Who else did I miss? Did I miss anybody? Shirley says, I woke up once during surgery. Never knew, but the anesthetic. Yikes. That actually happened to me. I remember waking up a little bit and them giving me a little bit more. It wasn't unpleasant, but it's kind of weird when you wake up and they're doing a procedure. Let's see.
Knock on wood, all the times that I've had surgery done, I've slept through every one of them. So
thank goodness, right? Sharon says she got soaked yesterday. So we're getting some rain here. We'll talk about the weather in a minute. Joe says, my irrational fear of hospitals stems from a tonsillectomy I had when I was 6 years old. I was the first cab off the rank to go into surgery, and it scared the absolute crap out of me. Yeah, especially when you're 6, man. That's, you're a little kid. It's quite horrific. I had another dental surgery at 14, but walked out again. Okay. Kenneth Bird is here. Good morning, Kenneth.
Good morning, Kenneth Bird.
Meg says, I'm literally never awake this time of day. Well, I mean, if you can't sleep, I wish you could, but if you're going to be awake, you might as well join Kenny and me, right? It's always a pleasure to have you here, my friend. Thank you for coming in. Denise says she woke up in the middle of a colonoscopy while they were taking biopsies. Ow, no kidding.
Ouch.
Come on, man. Give me some more Versat. Let's go. Nighty night.
I've not had to I've not had to take that actual test, but I've actually had to take that stuff that they give you to make you go the day before.
Oh yeah, that's not fun, is it? Kenny, wait till you get to be old like me. When you turn 50 and beyond, yeah, they do that to you every couple of years. I'm actually overdue. I was supposed to go in the fall and I put it off. So yay. I'll get my turn probably this summer or something. Let's see. Meg says she loves the Scott opening.
Good morning, Fairy Dust.
Yes, Denise, you need to make us an opening. I've only asked. And that's here we go. So if any of you saw Scott, we would appreciate you guys if you could send us just a little video of yourself saying, hey, this is I'm so-and-so, and you're watching Kenny and Jimmy on the Cup of Joe Morning Live, or you're watching Kenny, or you're watching Jimmy, something like that. Whatever you guys want. We appreciate it. We love to feature all of you. We had a good time on Monday doing the high school notable. That was a lot of fun, huh, Kenny?
That was
we got to see Kenny's little high school slice there. That pretty blonde girl. Hell yeah!
I will say this. She was good looking.
Yeah, man. You know what, Kenny? If she was a ham sandwich or a piece of cheesecake, she'd definitely make your tongue slap your brain.
Yeah. Yep.
Ross is here from Orange Cone Vlog. Good morning, Ross. It's good to see you. It's corn. That's right. Marjorie is here. Good morning, Marjorie. Kenny's cabin mate for the rock and roll tribute cruise. Good to see you, my friend. We're just getting the yellow stuff here. Yellow stuff? What is that?
I'm
Pollen?
not sure. I'm not sure.
Maybe pollen, I think. I don't know. I hope it's not the what you're thinking, Kenny. Meg says, I also got soaked, Sharon. Wasn't supposed to rain. Propofol, there you go. Milk of amnesia, propofol. That's what it is. Not Versat.
This
no, propofol is the stuff that they put you to sleep with when you have your
about Joe Hump. He says, "Hey Kenny, nice tumbler you have."
Oh yeah. What is on that, Kenny? I can't see it. What's on it?
Well, it's kind of wore off now, but it was my Ford man name.
Oh, nice. Right on, brother.
Amber from Kicking It Queen and Kicking It Country. Actually made that cup. So, and I've traveled with it.
Looks pretty good, brother. That looks like a good one.
Yeah.
Good morning to Bernie. She's coming over from Kenny's channel. Fairy Dust Sweep the Wild Winds. Good to see you. Early in the morning where she's at. It's only 3 a.m. there. So Chet Dodd is here coming over from Kenny's side. Let's see. Oh, Jimmy, Kenny knows that we love you. Hope that you know that we do.
Yes.
We love you as well.
I will actually get to meet him in the flesh on that cruise.
Who?
You.
Oh, me. Yes, that's right, Kenny.
Yeah.
I don't think of that because, we're together, 3 times a week. We used to be together 5 times a week. So, but yeah, that's absolutely true. I haven't actually met Kenny in the flesh. Kenny's going to get a big extra hug when I see him because he's my boy. Denise says, you and Colleen make a striking couple then and now. Oh, for our high school pictures. Thank you. We actually, when those photographs were taken, I think I know when hers was taken, we were already a couple. When mine was taken, we probably were, but it's hard to think back. Yes, pollen, Megan says so.
Okay.
That's what I thought. Not the other thing, Kenny. If they're getting yellow stuff there, if they're getting that, Kenny, there's a problem.
Thanks for correcting that. Because that was the one I was exactly what I was thinking.
This is what Scott was thinking too. I was going to say your snow comes with the yellow stuff already in it. Watch out where the Huskies go. Nick P is here. Good morning, Nick. Good to see you. Joe says, I have a tumbler made by a lady in Kadena on the Copper Coast of South Australia. Her business is Designs by Jules Australia. All right, let's see. We caught up to everybody. Meg says, Kenny is even more amazing in the flesh. He's such a hoot. Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait to meet my brother from another mother, as they say. All right, good morning to you guys. Kenny, let's do the weather. So like I said, it's right now it's presently cloudy here in the Northeast, the greater New England area, the southern New Hampshire. Got wires in my way. It's currently 36 degrees and cloudy. It looks like we have a 45%. Boy, I am tripping over my tongue this morning. A 35% chance of rain today. And it's going to be a high of 54. So the temperature won't be too bad. But today and tomorrow, it looks like we're going to get rain. What's going on in your area there, my friend?
It is currently 49 degrees. Feels like 49. And supposed to be a high of 60 degrees today with partly cloudy skies.
I'll take 60. 60's warm.
And a low of 37.
37's chilly.
Yeah, that's chilly, but
it's about where we're at now here. So let's see. I'm looking over at the chat. Scott says 48 for the 48 currently, high of 75 today in Scottsdale, Arizona. Chet says 69 currently and humid here. Meg says 70 degrees, 52 now, highest 70. And Meg, you're in Georgia, right? All right. So let's go over to the map and see what's happening. Let me refresh the.
Good morning, Carnival Cruise Addicts. And
hey. Good morning, Chris and Liz. It's good to see you guys. Okay, here we are. This is New England. Let me see if we can animate the map so you guys can see all that green.
I want to say good morning to Cruising as Fun Anytime.
Oh, Cheryl is here. Good morning, Cheryl. Thank you for coming in. Cheryl. Bernays says it's 50 at 3:20 a.m. High of 70 today, partly cloudy where they are. Nick P says a high of 25 here today. Yikes. You guys are getting the cold weather. All right, so you're looking at New England right here. Looks like they got some rain. It's actually pushing north, which is kind of strange. Real north. It usually goes northeast, but they're getting all that weather that they had out where Nick's at, and Ross and those in the greater Great Lakes area. Right now, there's not a lot going on, but we're going to get more rain tomorrow. We'll go over to Shirley's Island. She's got some rain and some snow. Looks like they got some snow over where she's at. Yikes, look at all that blue. We don't like that 4-letter word, do we, Kenny?
No.
No, sir. We get down to Kenny's neck of the woods in North Carolina. They got some rain pushing through, and there's that rain that Sharon and Meg are talking about. It's pushing up from Georgia into South Carolina and heading for Kenny, and this is probably the rain that we're going to get tomorrow. We look down where Chet and where my mom is, and, rain is not unusual in Florida. Usually it doesn't last too long, although they do get some days where it just does nothing but rain. We move out west over Texas, and little bits of rain in the higher elevations in Oklahoma, Kansas. They're getting some snow. Colorado. We look out where Scott's at, just north of Phoenix in Scottsdale, and it looks pretty clear there. We'll head out towards where Bernay is in California, and there's not a lot going there either. We get up to, of course, the northern elevations up towards Washington and Oregon, and typical for that region this time of year, they're getting some rain and some spotty areas of snow. Let's go down to our good friends down under, and we look.
Good morning, Bama Nola Adventures, Billy.
Hey, Billy, good morning to you. It looks like they're getting the typical in Queensland and the northern parts of the country. Down in South Wales, they got some spotty rain areas, and it looks like Tasmania is pretty clear. So Radio Jonesy's probably going to have a good day today. So there you go. That's the weather today. That's what's happening in your and my neck of the woods. Okay. Let's see. What are we doing? Let's go back over to the chat. I wanted to share this. So when we were down in Florida, we went to Tarpon Springs, which is a Greek village, and it's known for sponge diving. But Sherry from Destination Friend, Captain Sherry, she had recommended us going to a restaurant called Hella's, and we'll feature it in a video, but I wanted to share this. So this is something that they do. So check this out. Check this out, Kenny. So she has some cheese on that plate.
Okay.
So she's serving this for another group at a table. But She asked me to film it. So they call that flaming cheese, and it's on a hot metal dish, and they light it on fire. I'm not sure what they use to light it on fire. Some sort of alcohol, I'm sure. I should have asked her, but you could see they serve it with olive oil and some bread, and the cheese is all melted and stuff. So I just wanted to show you that. I thought that was kind of cool. So I don't know if it would make my tongue slap my brain because we didn't have any, but it looks pretty good. Ross is saying they use brandy. Whoops.
I would try it. So
Ross says brandy. Good morning, Ross. Good to see you.
good morning, Ross from Orange Cone Vlog.
That's right, Scott. Did you see that lady sitting in the back? She looked like she looked a little concerned. So yeah, pretty cool. But we're gonna be doing a full video on that place and a little review and let you guys see it. It's pretty good. Yes, flaming cheese looked pretty good. So all right, so let's see.
I do love cheese. So
cheese is like I'm not really that big on dairy product like milk and cream and that. I'm not a big person for that. But one thing I do like is cheese. So the restaurant, Bernays is asking, what's the name of the restaurant and where is it? It's in Tarpon Springs, Florida, and it's called Hella's, Hellas, Hella's in Tarpon Springs. And Sherry from Destination Fun, when I told her that we were heading over there, she said that her favorite restaurant was that place and the food was really good. And she was not wrong. Ross is saying it's called saganaki. It's a Greek specialty and will not slap your brain. It will slam your brain. Definitely looked good. It smelled good. We had just finished eating. That's why if I had known about it ahead of time, maybe we would have ordered that as well. Just, for the entertainment factor, I guess. But
since you're talking about this restaurant, so exactly what did you order?
Oh, well, that's I was gonna say that's a secret, but I'll tell you what I ordered. I ordered, what did I order? It seems so long ago now. I had a gyro, or you guys would call it a gyro. I had it with beef and lamb and all the trimmings. We also ordered a traditional Greek salad, which is pretty much feta and peppers and olives and olive oil and bread. So very good.
It sounds like something that would make your tongue slap your brain.
That's right, Kenny. Definitely would. How did I know that was coming? Don't forget to like, share, like the stream, share us out, subscribe, and if you are so inclined and you'd like to join both our channels, Kenny and I both would appreciate that. So, all right, it's time for this week in history. This week in history, as always, is brought to you by Revive Furniture and Home Decor. Revive Furniture and Home Decor.com. You can check them out. They have a Shopify store as well as a Facebook page, and appreciate it if you guys would go over and leave them something, a comment, and tell them that Kenny and Jimmy sent you guys over. All right, so today is March 27th, and we're going to go right back, turn the hands back all the way to the year 1351, as part of the struggle between Charles of Blois and John Montfort over succession of the Duchy of Brittany, their knights waged the Battle of, I almost thought it said thirsty, the Battle of the 30 near Palermo. Okay, in 1625, upon the death of James I, Charles I ascended the throne of Great Britain and Ireland. In 1814, at the Battle of Horseshoe Bend in the Creek War, Andrew Jackson Old Andy Jackson and his 3,000 troops defeated the Creek Indians, slaughtering more than 800 warriors and imprisoning 500 women and children. Sure, it wasn't a good day in history there. In 1886, German-American architect Ludwig Mies van der Rohe, whose rectilinear, there you go. There's another banana for Jeremy. His forms crafted an elegant simplicity and epitomized the international style of architecture. He was born today. Happy birthday. In 1915, American domestic Mary Mallon, better known as Typhoid Mary, was placed under a quarantine on North Brother Island, New York City, that lasted until her death in 1938. A typhoid carrier, she was allegedly responsible for multiple outbreaks of typhoid fever. Heck of a thing for a person to get and then spread it to others, unknowing that you had it. In 1927, Tislav Rostovich, one of the best-known cellists of the 20th century, music director for the National Symphony Orchestra in Washington, D.C., from 1977 to 1994, was born in Azerbaijan. Boy, they're really giving it to me this morning. Okay, in 1958, Nikita Khrushchev placed Nikolai Bulganin he replaced Nikolai Bulganin as premier of the Soviet Union. I am really stumbling over my tongue this morning. I apologize. In 1963, American director and screenwriter Quentin Tarantino, whose films, including Reservoir Dogs, Mr. White, and Pulp Fiction, say what again? Are noted for their stylized violence, razor-sharp dialogue, and fascination with film and pulp culture, was born. So happy birthday to Quentin. In 1964, South Central Alaska was struck by a 9.2 magnitude earthquake that was the strongest quake ever registered in the United States. And if you haven't seen pictures of that and you're interested, I think you should look up that 1964 South Central Alaska earthquake, because it did things to the earth that I have never seen before. Opened up channels and displaced the ground. It's pretty incredible. In 1975, construction began on the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, spanning 800 miles. The oil pipeline cost $8 billion and was completed in 1977. And they featured it, I think, in one of the James Bond films, where he got in on this little cart going through the pipe to get away. So I think that was James Bond. In 1977, two airplanes, a Pan Am 747 and a KLM 747, collided on a runway in the Canary Islands, killing 582 people. Terrible. In 1998, the drug Viagra, from the pharmaceutical company Pfizer. Right, we have to get that sound bite. Developed by the pharmaceutical company Pfizer, was approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for the use in treating ED, erectile dysfunction. In 2002, American comedian Milton Berle, who was a popular entertainer in the early days of television in the United States, came to be known as Mr. Television. He died at the age of 93. In 2020, North Macedonia became the 30th country to join NATO. And then the featured event for today: on this day in 47 BCE, Cleopatra reinstated as Queen of Egypt. The legendary Cleopatra VII, Thea Philopator, aided by her Roman lover Julius Caesar, was reinstated as co-ruler of Egypt with her brother Ptolemy the 14th, this day in 47 BCE, following a civil war with her brother Ptolemy the 13th. So there you go. Now you know what's happened on this day in history. This week in history. Like I said, we're sponsored by Revive Furniture and Home Decor. You can check them out. I'm not going to play that fall that fall video anymore. I got to make a new one. But there you have it. That's what's happening on this day.
I want to say good morning to Radio Jonesy on tour.
Radio Jonesy is in the house, my friend. We were just talking about you. We were showing the weather in Tasmania, and it looks like you're having a fairly decent evening there. But hello, good evening, and good morning. Now, let's see. Did we miss anybody else, Kenny?
No, not the. We said hello to Nick P, didn't we?
That fall video. I'm running around in my brain today. It's crazy. That fall video, the fall season video, we got to make a spring one for them, but I haven't done it. Haven't done anything yet. Bernie say history is awesome. Thank you, Jimmy. You're welcome. I love history myself. As most of you that know me know that I'm a big history guy. So let's see. You know what I meant. I know you did. I am definitely stumbling verbally today. I will do my best to try to articulate my words and finish my thoughts. It is early here in the Northeast. I think I need another sip of coffee, Kenny.
Cheers.
Hope you guys are having a good day, a good night, a good evening where you're at. Good morning. We appreciate you all coming and hanging out with us. Let's see. What do we got? Should we play a game, Kenny?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. All right, folks, now it's time to play America's favorite game show, Name That Notable, the game where we put up a picture of somebody famous, a notable person, and you have to guess who that person is for virtual cash and prizes. And we have our prize master, Mr. Fordman, a.k.a. Kenneth Oakes, will be handing out your virtual prize points as we get going. So today, this one is... we're doing more history, I guess, in a way. This one is famous inventors. So you have to name the famous inventor, and let's get ready to name this notable. All right, here's our first notable. Does anybody have any idea who this handsome gentleman is?
No.
Let's see. How about I give you a hint? He's an artist and an inventor, very famous.
Is it
Ross? Clem Cadiddlehopper. He says Da Vinci. Van Gogh. Sorry, it's moving quicker. So Ross says Da Vinci. Scott says Van Gogh. Denise says Ben Franklin. Who are you saying, Kenny? Who do you think?
I'm just gonna take a wild guess and say Da Vinci.
All right. Chet's saying Leonardo. Joe Hupp says Leonardo da Vinci. Chris and Liz say Leonardo da Vinci. Joe says he invented the helicopter. Da Vinci. Brene says Da Vinci or Van Gogh, or Van Gogh is, I believe, how they pronounce his name. We say Van Gogh. Denise is copying Chet today. There you go. Okay. If you said Leonardo DiCaprio, you are in fact wrong. This is Leonardo da Vinci. Good job, you guys. Really, really good job. Kenny, what do we have? How many points do we have for Leonardo da Vinci?
20,000 points.
Give yourself 20,000 points. The prize master has spoken. All right, let's get ready to name Van Gogh. Now I've heard it pronounced Van Gogh. There's a Scottish gentleman that I'm familiar with, and he calls him Van Gogh. So I suppose it's probably a regional thing, where you're from, how they say it. So, all right. So let's get ready to name the next notable. You ready, Kenny?
Go ahead.
Here we go, and name this notable. This
Ben
should be an
Franklin.
easy one. What'd you say, Kenny?
Ben Franklin?
Kenny says Ben Franklin. If you're an American, you probably should know who this person is. I would hope you do. Megan says Scott, which I'm joking. Liz and Chris say Ben Franklin. So did Kenny. Scott says Ben Franklin. Chet says Ben Franklin. Denise says Ben Franklin. She's copying Chet. Shirley says Ben Franklin. Billy from Bamanola says Ben Franklin. Ross says Benny and the Jets Franklin. Joe says Ben Franklin. Cheryl says Ben Franklin. Scott says he's never in my wallet. Yeah, he's on the $100 bill.
I couldn't remember. I knew he was on one of them bills, but I couldn't remember.
He's on the $100 bill, Kenny. So if you got some, you've heard Benjamins, right? I got some Benjamins.
Yeah.
Handing out the Benjamins.
I knew he was on some money, but I couldn't remember which one he was.
Denise said, I knew he would be on the list.
Is he also not on the nickel as well?
No. That's somebody else on the nickel.
Oh,
I think he's the only money Ben Franklin's on is the $100 bill. So, and Sharon says Ben Franklin. DJ says Ben Franklin. If you said, do it for the Benjamins, right, Denise? His inventions were key to being electrifying. Exactly right. If you said Ben Franklin, you are 100% correct. This is, in fact, Benjamin Franklin, the inventor of the lightning rod, the bifocals, the Franklin stove, as well as many other inventions. So good job, you guys. You got that one. All right. Are we ready? We're going to go on and do the next one. He was also, he established the very first organized fire department in the United States. He was the first fire chief of all. So something near and dear to me as well.
I want to say hello to Down Under Cruisers and who else come in? I saw somebody else come in.
Good evening, Sean.
Guitar professional.
Gavin's here as well. I'm sorry. Hey, Gavin, how are you? Sean, how is Alana doing? I hope all is well in your camp. I appreciate you coming in. All right, let's get ready to name the next notable. Name this famous inventor.
Thomas Jefferson?
Kenny says Thomas Jefferson. Kenny's saying Thomas Jefferson. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Denise is coming in second with Jefferson. Chet says Jefferson. Joe says Thomas Jefferson. Kristen, let's say Edison.
I'm either thinking Jefferson or Edison.
DJ says Thomas Jefferson. Ross says Jefferson moving on up to a deluxe apartment in the sky, right? We're moving on up. There you go. Gavin says George Jefferson Wheezy.
That said something else.
Sean says Alana is doing well. Thank you, Jimmy. She came out of surgery very well. Awesome. I was thinking about her and still thinking about her. I hope all goes exactly as
good morning, James.
Prayers and positive vibes out to you guys, or I should say down to you guys. Bernays says Jefferson. Scott says that Chet, he invented Wacky Wednesday. Billy says Jefferson. Hey, James is here. Good morning to you. Sharon says Thomas Jefferson, and Sean is saying thank you all. Oh, and look who just came in. Look
Ricky
who is
Rocker.
here, Mr. Ricky Rocker.
Good
Ricky
morning.
Rocker is in the house. Oh boy. Good morning, Mr. Rocker. I hope you're doing okay. You're not going to sabotage our live this morning, are you? I hope not. But getting back to business, if you said Thomas Jefferson, you are 100% correct. And Kenny, he is on the nickel. Thomas Jefferson is on the nickel. So there you go.
Well, I knew that there was some president on the nickel. I couldn't remember if it was
Sean. He's following you around. I'm telling you, the guy's like Beetlejuice. Although I don't think anybody mentioned him this morning, and here he is. Well, Scott says, I got my eyes on you, Ricky Rocker. We're watching you, Ricky. All right, let's get ready to name the next notable. Are you ready, Kenny? Let's name the next.
Let's give everybody 30,000 points on that one.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to talk to the prize master. All right, here we go. Another famous inventor. Who could this person be?
I was gonna say Martin Luther King, but that doesn't.
I don't know if Martin Luther King was an inventor, was he? All it takes is for him to see me, right? Denise says George Washington Carver. Gavin says the peanut guy. And then he says, yeah, Carver. Ricky says, doing well in recovery, had an intervention. Sean, I am so sorry I trashed your place. I'm turning over a new leaf. Well, there you go. Hey, look, we're all about PMA, and we can forgive Ricky as long as he keeps his word, right? So let's get back to it. Chet says Carver. Sharon says Ricky Rocky.
Sam says Carver.
Ricky Rocky, you behave yourself in this chat. Laura says Carver. Oh gosh, it's flying by. Yep, Bama says he invented peanut butter. I may have mentioned Sean 3 times. You may have. And Bernie is sending blessings over to Sean and Ilana. Ricky
I didn't know that he invented peanut butter.
So it is, in fact, George Washington Carver. And when I looked up his stats, it's a misnomer, according to what I read. I'll give yourself a point for that. How many points do we have, Kenny?
Let's go ahead and give him 30,000 points.
So it's a misconception, I guess, that he invented peanut butter. What I read said he did not invent peanut butter, but his most famous thing is he invented crop rotation, so that, instead of, growing peanuts all in the same place, he moved them around to protect the soil and make the soil more fertile. So I'm not saying he didn't invent peanut butter. I'm just telling you what I read. But that is, in fact, George Washington Carver. I thought I was going to stump you guys on that one, but good job. Give yourselves a big round of applause for that. All right, let's get ready to name the next notable. Here we go. Name this famous inventor. Ooh, who could this be? Maybe I'm going to stump you on this one.
Yeah, that one has definitely got me stumped.
I wouldn't have been able to guess him either if I just saw his picture. But yes, Meg says Carver. Us in Georgia know him well, and you should, because you guys are in peanut land down there. Sean says, I have a big heart. I will turn the other cheek. I forgive you, Ricky. Look at that. See, we are making strides this morning. All right. Gavin says Bell. Denise says Ford. Scott says Lord Farquhar. Laura says Edison. And then she says maybe Ford. Ricky says, aw, thanks, Sean. That means a lot. James says Edison. Radio Jonesy should know who this is. Radio Jonesy. Good morning to you. Good evening.
I don't even.
Anybody got a guess for this guy? He looks French. I'll tell you, he's not French. He's Italian. Not Henry Ford, says Joe. That looks like Thomas Edison. He kind of does in a way. Leave it to Ricky Rocker with all of the music references. All I'm saying is give peas a chance. Or if you like vegetables, give peas a chance. Gavin coming in with the correct answer. That is, in fact, Guglielmo Marconi. He didn't invent the radio, but he perfected radio communication. A huge inventor. Whoop. I missed the wrong one. Give yourselves a round of applause on that. This is Marconi. Good job on that one. The radio guy. Good job. Ricky's saying, I better go. About to cry and start singing We Are the World. He just visualized world peas. Right on. All right. So that is Marconi. Did I win Ricky Rocker's G-string? If you want. His G-string, his budget smuggler.
I'm in the wrong chat.
Sean says, shut up, Scotty. You're giving away my secrets. Sharon says, Ricky Rocker, stay. Laura M says, the Italian Edison. Kind of, yeah. Yep. Very good, you guys. Very good. All right, let's get ready to name the next notable. Are you ready, Kenny? Mm-hmm. Here we go. Name this notable. Ooh, who could this guy be?
Is that Alexander Graham Bell?
It very well could be, Kenny. Anybody else want to guess who this is? Radio Jonesy says Marconi's Stallions Football Club is an Australian semi-professional football club based in Fairfield, Sydney, New South Wales. The club has been crowned Australian champion 4 times. Wow. Ricky says Sigmund Freud. Was Freud an inventor? Carnival Cruise at Santa. Does anybody, Kenny? So far, Kenny's the only one that guessed. Anybody else want it? Larry Flint. If anybody knows who Larry Flint is, I think he was wasn't he the Hustler magazine guy, right? That's actually a pretty good guess, Sean. Could be Westinghouse. That's actually a good guess. Meg says Edison. Denise is laughing at Gavin. And then she's blushing. Larry, Larry likes chickens. All right. Let's see. Ken Moore. We'll give you a couple more chances here before we reveal who it is. So far, only one of you have gotten it. Keith Richards. Yeah, that was his 20th birthday picture. Keith Richards. Keith Richards he's been around since the colonial days, hasn't he? All right, so DuPont. That's not a bad answer either, but only one of you got the right answer, and that person is Kenny. Kenny got it. That is Alexander Graham Bell. We know him as the inventor of the telephone. Good job.
Yes, I remember having to study these inventors when I was in school. So, yeah.
Looks like Joe got it in the end, and so did Denise, or she was questioning. Ricky Rocker said Dirk Diggler. And then Scott says the phone man. All right, so how many points for everybody, Kenny? Be generous with yourself.
I'm gonna say 50,000 points.
There you go, 50,000. I like what I'm hearing. All right, good job, you guys. That is, in fact, Alexander Graham Bell. All right, we got a few more. Get ready to name this notable inventor. Who is this notable inventor? If you know your inventors, you should know this guy. Honestly, I don't want to call him the great inventor, because the more I learned about this guy, the more of a charlatan he really was. He stole a lot of things. He stole ideas and made them his own. I hate to burst people's bubbles, but not a good guy. Chet says Edison. Ricky Rocker says Edison. Bonnie Bubba Bergstein is here. Good morning. She says Edison. Sharon says Alexander Bell. We just did him. Denise says Edison. Ross says Edison. Scott says Edison. Shirley says Edison. Chris and Liz say Edison. Joe says Edison. Meg is sharing out the Helping Hands for Cruising link, which, of course, hopefully we'll have some time. Oh, gosh, look at the time. Where does the time go?
It gets away when you're having fun.
Yeah, so that is, in fact, Thomas Edison. And yes, he stole ideas from Tesla. He certainly did. If you said Thomas Edison, you are correct. Good job. How many points, Kenny, for Thomas Edison?
50,000 points.
50,000 points. All right, let's get ready to name the next inventor. This guy is probably my most favorite inventor of all. This guy, in my opinion, is one of the great geniuses of in history. So Denise says Tesla. Chet says Tesla. Sean says Tesla. Carnival Cruise Addict says Tesla. Shirley says Tesla. Ross says Oppenheimer. Joe says Nikola Tesla. DJ says Tesla. All right, we're going to fly through these, but you are, in fact, 100% correct. Nikola Tesla, he's the one that invented radio. He invented neon signs. He invented AC current, which is the current that we use today. He invented the induction motor, wireless technology. This guy was a genius and probably the smartest guy that we've had in many, 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 many centuries. So very smart guy. Buddy Biggs is here. Good morning, buddy. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Buddy.
All right, let's get ready to name the next famous inventor. Who is this guy, Kenny? And I'll give you a hint. I bet many of you have owned one of his products.
Is it Michael Dell?
No, but Kenny, what's your handle? What's your moniker? What's it say right under your face right there?
Oh, Ford Man.
Ford Man. So who would it be?
Then it'd be Henry Ford.
That is, in fact, correct. It is Henry Ford. He didn't invent the car, but he perfected it, as well as he invented the assembly line to speed things up. So that is, in fact, Henry Ford. Good job, you guys. How many points for Henry Ford, Kenny?
50,000 points.
50,000 points. All right, get ready to name the last notable inventor. Who are these guys? Two of them.
I'm not sure. Man's got me stumped.
We've all used their invention. Well, I shouldn't say all, but if you've ever traveled anywhere, you've probably used their invention. Buddy Big says the Wright brothers. CCA says the Wright brothers. Scott says created fireworks. Chet says the Wright brothers. Gavin says the Wright brothers. Denise says the Wright brothers. Scott says, oh, okay, it's not them. Sharon says Henry Ford. Sharon's a little behind. Wilver and Orville Wright. Billy says the Wright brothers. It is, in fact, 100%. You are correct. That is Grover and Orville Wright. The Wright brothers. Kill Devil Hill is where they, in North Carolina, is where they flew their first powered flight back in the olden days. So that is the Wright brothers. Good job, you guys. You are all winners in my eye. That was the Wright brothers, and thank you for playing our game. And we're not going to do the bumper because we got to get out of here, Kenny.
Yes, we do.
Time flies when we're having fast. There
Having
I go, stumbling over my brain and my tongue this morning. Joe says their flight lasted 10 seconds. And then the more they did it, the longer they were able to sustain the flight. So good job. Good to see you too, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, don't be sorry, man. We appreciate when you can come in. Come in when you can make it. All right, folks, this is going to do it for today. Don't forget PMA, Positive Mental Attitude. PMA will definitely save your day. And when I tell you I'm living proof that it works, just believe me what I tell you. Believe your good friend, Jimmy. Don't forget to make a difference in somebody's day today. You never know what somebody's going through. We're all having good and bad days. And you can change somebody's outlook of the day for the better just by smiling, making eye contact, shaking a hand, or giving somebody a hug. Don't forget to thank our first responders, the men and ladies of the police department, the fire department, EMS and healthcare workers, and of course, our nurses. We love our nurses. They make the doctors look good. Last but not least, our veterans, our favorite men and ladies of the armed forces. They are on that proverbial wall every day, keeping us safe from harm, protecting our freedoms and our liberties. Don't ever take those for granted. In that behind me, Old Glory, red, white, and blue, my flag, your flag. God bless America. God bless all of you guys in the chat. And Kenny, of course, God bless you, my friend.
Thank you likewise. And good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, we'll do it all over again.
We sure will.
Friday morning at 6 a.m.
And I just want to thank Radio Jonesy for being a member for 6 months. We appreciate your support, my friend. I hope all is well with you down under. And I'm sure the weather's starting to cool down a little bit for you guys. But I appreciate you guys for coming in. I know Kenny does as well. So
yes. And we appreciate everybody that catches the replay on these live streams.
Absolutely. And don't forget, if you haven't hit that like button on your way out, go to both of our channels, go between both and give it a like. Appreciate you guys. All right, we're going to get out of here. We'll see you Friday morning for TGIF Cup of Joe. So my name is Jimmy. I'm your astute tourist, and he is
Ford Man Kenneth Oaks. Bye, guys.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Have a great hump day. Bye-bye. Oh, don't forget, Eddie Lugo is 7:15. All right, love and appreciate you guys. Bye-bye.